September 19th, 2022 marks the 25th anniversary of the death of Rich Mullins. I was only a few months old at the time that Rich died, and so I didn't get to experience his life, his ministry, or his music during his actual lifetime, but I did come across his stuff a few years back, and I like a lot of what he has to say, especially in his songs. And a lot of the different Christian artists that I gravitate towards nowadays also attest to being really impacted by this guy. And so what I wanted to do over the course of the next 7 days leading up to the anniversary of his death is I wanted to spend some times breaking down 7 different Rich Mullins songs. We're not going to go lyric by lyric or anything like that, but what we're going to do is this. I'm going to play a cover of a Rich Mullins song, not because I in any way think that I'm better than Rich, because I could never be that, but simply because if I played one of his versions of the songs, I'd have to deal with copyright stuff, and I don't want to deal with that, and so y'all are going to have to be stuck listening to my voice, and it's not going to be a polished version of this song. I am simply playing this at the piano in my living room, recording it into my phone. It's not polished at all, but in a way, I think that's kind of what Rich would have liked. And so we're going to play a cover of the song, and then after that, I'm going to give my brief thoughts on why I like this song in particular, and maybe share some particular lyrics that really stick out to me, and that's going to be it. Without further ado, here is 25 Years Without Rich. It took the hand of God Almighty to part the waters of the sea, but it only took one little lie to separate you and me. Oh, we are not as strong as we think we are. And they say that one day Joshua made the sun stand still in the sky, but me, I can't even keep these thoughts of you from passing by. Oh, we are not as strong as we think we are. We are frail, we are fearfully and wonderfully made, forged in the fires of human passion, choking on the fumes of selfish rage. And with these our hells and our heavens so few inches apart, we must be awfully small and not as strong as we think we are. And the master said that faith was gonna make the mountains move, but me, I tremble like a hill on a fault line just at the thought of how I lost you. Oh, we are not as strong as we think we are. We are frail, we are fearfully and wonderfully made, forged in the fires of human passion, choking on the fumes of selfish rage. And with these our hells and our heavens so few inches apart, we must be awfully small and not as strong as we think we are. And if you make me laugh, I know I can make you like me, 'cause when I laugh I can be a lot of fun. But when we can't do that, I know that it is frightening. What I don't know is why we can't hold on. We can't hold on. It took the hand of God Almighty to part the waters of the sea, but it only took one little lie to separate you and me. Oh, we are not as strong as we think we are. When you love to walk on water, just don't stumble on the waves. We all want to go there, something awful, but to stand there it takes some grace. Oh, we are not as strong as we think we are. No, we are not as strong as we think we are. All right, well, if you heard a soft little voice singing in the background with me on that song, that was Brienne. She was sitting there and singing with me as I recorded that one. And I think the reason I really like this song is just because it reflects a lot of biblical theology, right? I mean, a lot of lyrics are inspired by Psalm 139, which is really just about God searching our hearts and knowing us, because he knows us better than we know ourselves. And I think that's largely reflected in Rich's lyrics here. It's all about how we're not as strong as we think we are. And I think that is the fatal flaw of a lot of humans, right? We think that we are capable of doing more than we actually can. And really, the story of Christians and the story of the people of God is learning to rely less on yourself and more on God. That doesn't mean that we're not called to live for him by all of our strength, but to quote Ephesians chapter 6, when it's talking about the armor of God, even once we've exhausted all our energy, sorry, to paraphrase Ephesians 6, I'm not quoting it directly, even once we've exhausted all of our energy, we want to still be able to stand firm. And that's because we're relying not on ourselves, but on God. Because we're not as strong as we think we are, right? It took the hand of God Almighty to part the waters of the sea, but it only took one little eye to separate you and me, right? We're not as strong as we think we are. We are able to get ourselves into so much more trouble than we can get ourselves out of. And it takes the mighty hand of God to help us out. And I just think that's a beautiful message. And I think this is also just a very gentle song, and it's just a soft, fun one to sing, and I just really enjoy it. The lyrics, I don't think, are as profound in this song as a lot of other songs that Rich sings, but not every song has to be ultra, super, amazingly profound. I just think it has a good message, and I think that it's a good point, right? We need to rely more on God, because he knows our hearts truly, and he is the one who fearfully and wonderfully made us. And so really it's just about turning our eyes to God. And so I really like that. Brienne likes it too. That's why she sang it with me, and I hope you enjoy it as well. I will see y'all next time. Until then, be sure to keep a smile on your face and don't let anybody steal your joy. God bless.
You read a verse, you sing a hymn, the money's in the plate. Sundays you mark out for him, but even then you show up late. You bought the shirt, you wear the cross, but sin throughout the week. For 30 shekels and a noose, you kiss him on the cheek.